Trent Paschal's Facebook photos reflect happy times with his wife and 2 children, but his social media activity took a dark turn with this video, which has since been removed from the web.
I'm so sorry that I've done this. I want you to know that you mean everything to me.
Paschal is apologizing to his children for doing the unthinkable.
I didn't choose this. Your mom chose this. She's been cheating on me for a long time.
Paschal appeared to have made this video soon after allegedly killing their mother. It will likely serve as evidence in a criminal case against the Texas native.
We have acquired that video recording and intend to use it for prosecution purposes.
According to the probable cause affidavit, on October 21st, 2020, Savannah Paschal was at her mother's home in Lamarck, Texas, when she was allegedly ambushed by her estranged husband.
He was hiding within the bathroom inside the residence of the victim's mother's home, waiting on their arrival, and upon their return ended up jumping out of the bathtub where he was hiding and said that he was going to shoot them, and the mother and the victim were making attempts to escape. The mother was able to escape, and unfortunately the victim was not, and ultimately succumbed to the injuries inflicted by the defendant.
Trent Paschal is accused of fatally shooting 30-year-old Savannah Paschal in the stomach.
Ultimately, he'll be charged with murder.
The probable cause affidavit for Paschal mentions a recording of a telephone call Trent made to Savannah's aunt, confessing that he shot Savannah. At some point before his arrest, Trent recorded this 4-minute, 22-second video posted on YouTube.
There's an 18-year-old difference in her age, and I knew she was kind of too young.
Paschal appears to offer a motive for the alleged attack.
She's been playing me for a fool. I told her not to mess with me, not to mess with my emotions. Don't play with me. I got an audio where she was calling a guy yesterday on her way to get her eyelashes done, and she said, "Hey, baby," and he goes, "Hey," and I was like, "That's not my voice. Why is she calling somebody else baby?" Then she started talking about a dream and everything, and she had with them too about sex.
Paschal goes on to defend his actions.
I've done everything I can. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm like, why me? My hair's a mess and I look horrible. Oh, sorry. Take these off.
The video abruptly ends after Trent looks off to the side and then quickly moves away with the camera. In addition to the murder charge, Paschal will be facing aggravated assault charges in nearby Harris County, where police caught up with him. According to investigators, Paschal pulled a pistol on the arresting officer and was shot and wounded.
The complaint states that he used or exhibited a deadly weapon, which would be a firearm, while against a public servant that he knew was executing his official duties.
This is a head scratcher. I don't know what's going on in Texas. I need to get an insider's look at all this. Let's bring in our special guest. Joining us from Houston, Texas, criminal defense attorney Carmen Rowe. Carmen, great to see you. Explain to the people who are watching at home right now how on earth a man accused of ambushing his wife, allegedly confessing to it to the aunt, making an apology video to his children, and then pulling a gun on the arresting officer is out on bail. How does he get out on bail in Texas? I thought they were tough in Texas.
Well, you know, it's a strange world in the COVID for bonds across this state. But make no mistake, this is a gentleman who had a $700,000 worth of bonds covering 2 different counties. He was on a GPS monitor in both Galveston as well as Harris County. And on top of that, he was under home confinement in Galveston County as of January of this year. So it's not a situation where we just let him out and he's just walking around the city doing whatever he wants. I don't know what else could have been done in this situation short of monitoring him.
Lock him up, Carmen. He's an accused murderer who pulled a gun on the arresting officer. I mean, sounds kind of dangerous to me.
Well, there's no question about it. And on top of that, he lives in Galveston County. He works in Harris County, and he has a total of 14 different prior charges prior to these
Wow.
4 additional felonies. So there really is a lot going on with what I think is a mastermind who's on a crime spree right now.
Well, here's something else, and Chanley Painter pointed this out to us. And that video that he posted, everyone's assuming he apologized to the children afterwards, right? But Chanley uncovered something that makes it pretty clear to me that it is very likely that he made that video just before the ambush. I'm going to play a part of his video that he posted. Remember, the story from the eyewitnesses is that he burst out of the shower. So listen at the end of the video, as after he looks over, it appears that may be the time that his wife and his mother-in-law are coming home, and he runs. And listen closely, because I hear what sounds to me like a shower curtain being drawn. Let's listen. Do you agree? Did that sound like a shower curtain?
It absolutely agrees. I agree. And you know what's interesting is it never made sense to me that he would be on the run and then be encountered by police and be shot at in the course of making this video. So it had to be made before. But to think that he was sitting, laying in wait, making that video is unbelievable. But again, consistent with what I think is true. He planned this out. He executed that plan. He was put on bond back in November. He waited a full 5 months before he executed his next plan, which was the aggravated robbery that ultimately gave him the freedom to be out and about in the world. And again, it's been 30 days. He's not been cited. And more importantly, nobody even knows where that Chevy Tahoe is. It's an unbelievable story by a very seasoned veteran criminal defendant.
Yeah, he's not the only one on the loose in Texas. So, Carmen, stay where you are, because we've also got a tiger on the loose. That story when we return.